Good afternoon, YouTube. It's your man, all the way George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Combat Sport Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, folks, I hope you're enjoying your Easter today. This is the last day of March, and it's in the I would say the end of it's the weekend. Tomorrow is it's Monday, so some people get the luck of having tomorrow off. Some people have the blessings of getting the whole week off. So, congratulations you. I hope you have a happy Easter. So it's been a while since we did a little WMA talk round session, and I got here sitting in the studio right here. My brother from another brother. It's my brother XA Gucci 23.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Yeah, we had him XA. He was out of the country for a little bit. He did a little traveling, and I'm like, brother, how was your vacation?
Like I said, the vacation was pretty damn good, man. Like I said, I had a lot of fun with the girl. Everything was nice and dandy. Like I said, man, she did everything I wanted. So I had a great time. But now, like I said, the fun is over. And like I said, I have to get back to work. And that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days. Has been trying to, find a job so I could make this money so I could go back there next year.
Yeah. Well, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have a job anymore. I do get my little disability next week. But like I said, I do miss working because that's steady income. I gotta get some work done on my car in a couple of weeks because my sister she carries me on taxes. She gave me some money about the parts, but the guy fixing cars doesn't cost much, so I have to save some money aside for that. But here that's either here or there. So folks, um, as you know, we just had the last UFC event of this month. It was UFC in Atlantic City, and the main headline was Manon the Beast 4 versus Aaron Cold-Blooded Blanchfield. And the fight went off as I pretty much predicted. I felt like Manon was gonna win this fight. I think she has the advantage of her height, her strength. Aaron's still young, and that help. But sometimes because I think Aaron's is just in her mid 20s. I think she's 25, I believe, and Manon's like in. She just turned 34, just past
34.
February. hmm What? What you say something?
No. I said that she just turned 34.
Yeah. So like I said, we can't show any highlights from the fight because UFC's Dana White feed is a pain in the ass. He don't want anybody to show his content, but we'll talk about it. And I know my man X, I know he watched the fight because he usually always watching the UFC stuff. I try to catch him now and then. I'm not gonna pay for no streaming service. I do try to catch on YouTube because sometimes YouTube will show it. Sometimes we'll have somebody post up a video every now and then. You can catch it before it take it down. So anyway, the card has some couple of fights on here. Like one notable is Lupi Gutierrez, who I got the pleasure to interview a couple of years back. She was up against Verna Jodorova, and that fight, well, Lupi didn't do as good as people thought she would. So now her chances for title contention is probably stalled. So, brother, did you get to watch the fight? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I did. I did watch the fight. Um, which one do you want me to talk about first?
Which one you want to feel like we talk about first? Let's just go ahead. The main events we can hopefully let's just go ahead and get Loopy and Verna out of the way.
Oh, with that fight, man, when I watching that fight, uh, I had that fight going 1-1 into the third round. I mean, the judges might have seen it another way because they had Janova winning all three rounds, but I had it 1-1 going into the third, and yeah, like I said, Janova, she took Loopy's back, and it looked like she was about to submit Loopy, but Loopy managed to get out, but um, like I said, man, Jadova, I actually like her. I know a lot of people make fun of her. They call her all kinds of names, but in honesty, though, she's a very good fighter. I mean, like I said, she beat Marina Rodriguez, and she's has beaten a lot of the top contenders, in her division, man. So, like I said, man, don't let her looks and her skill set fool you because, like I said, she could be a real threat, to anybody.
Yeah, because
But as for Loopy, man, this is another setback for her. And because, like I said, I heard that she trains with Alexa Grasso, but it seems like that. It seems like her grappler is still her big letdown.
yeah, because Lupi, if everybody remember a few years ago, she won the LFA title against the former champ then Vanessa Donopoulos, and that was a blowout. That was like a really battle between those two. I feel like maybe Lupi should have had maybe another year in the LFA defend her title before they snatched her up. Her debut, I think she lost her debut. Then she came back, she won the next fight. She had a couple of good wins. She lost against Angela Hill, and I think she was pick up a couple more wins after that. She might not need to work with Alexa. Alexa does not have that great of ground game herself. I
Yep.
think maybe work with someone like you know trying to think of who would be good. Gillian Robinson would probably be good. Work with ground game, especially in the strawweight division. She switched over. Uh, I'm trying to think of somebody else. Who else you can think of? Poppy Haley has good ground game, good solid ground game. Miranda Marcos would be good. Even though she's no longer part of the UFC, that'd be a good person to work with. I think, or Carla Esparza. She's a good wrestler. Her stand up is good. It's decent stand up, but you have to be an overall fighter, especially you fight against a Brazilian because Brazilians do dominate when it comes to the BJJ part.
Yep.
hmm So anyway, so now I think with Verna back in the winners in the win circle, who do you think she's going to go up next? Maybe Aaron Blanchard. Since Aaron Blanchard kind of fell down, you think that's going to be the next opponent, or maybe she might have to go to somebody like Macy Barber.
I think so. They probably might put her up against Macy Barber.
Oh, sorry, Aaron.
You
No,
know
but I
the
was.
typical
I,
the typical UFC, the striker versus the grappler. They always like to do that shit.
oh, yeah, yeah. I think that's a no. I forgot. No. Verna's in strawweight. I was thinking. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. No, that's wrong. I think they probably might put Verna against either Mackenzie Dern. She's fallen down, and Mackenzie needs some kind of win,
Mackenzie Dern, she's no, 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 no.
or because she already, she pretty much really, she pretty much very did beat Mackenzie, but it gave the fight to Mackenzie, or maybe Amanda Lemos.
Let me see something real quick.
Yeah, like I said, I'm sorry for folks are confused there. 'Cause I'm thinking I forgot that Verna is 125, not 115. It's 115, not 125. I forget because she fights at 115. Uh, you know,
Maybe they could probably put her up against Tatiana Suarez.
Probably you Swartz or Lemos, or maybe like I said again, they might try to they want to give Montgomery McKenzie during a win because she took some back-to-back losses like she did. It's going to be probably like that. See if she
No,
does.
she lost to Mackenzie Dern.
Yeah, but like I said, McKenzie during the like again, they're going to try to find a way. She did beat. Remember, she fought. There was the second time she fought. She fought Maria Rodriguez a second time. Well, who's that? That I think Maria.
Uh,
I can't remember who did Maria fight twice.
let's find out. Let me
That's a little
find
bit.
out.
While my brother X is finding out, as you know, there's an upcoming tough. I think
Michelle
coming up,
Watterson.
Michelle
Watterson.
Watson. So she beat
Okay, yeah.
Michelle Waterhead twice. Yeah,
Yeah, she fought Watterson twice.
yeah. So no
So
point fighting.
I think, like I said, I think what they're gonna do, they're gonna probably give her Tatiana Suarez next.
hmm hmm
Um, or maybe Amanda Lemos. It's either
Yeah,
one of them.
yeah. Because most definitely is they probably want to push Suarez an opportunity shot at the title. So they're most, or they might like this. They might put Suarez against Lemos to see how that would do, and then wait to see the outcome of that fight. Because no point to giving, or like I said, it might skip over Lemos to the fact that she already lost. He already lost against Wally, so or like I said, if Carl ever comes back, but it's gonna be wild for Carl comes back because he just had a baby. Look at we just I think CCS Toys is making her return. I think this summer, I believe. Because she had her little girl about a year or so ago, and wasn't that? And Carlos had her child last year, so it's gonna be a while before we see Carla comes back. Rose moved up to 125, who she won her fight against Amanda Ribas, and Rose did pretty good. That was I think it should have put against instead of put against someone like Manon. I think it would have been better to put against somebody like Rebus or maybe Joanne Calderwood, to make a debut at 125 instead of someone like a title contender, possibility, a title possible title contender like Manon. I think they was just. I know Dana White. He loves a man. He loves Doug Rose. He's a fan of hers. You know. I think they should have gave her maybe a nice warm up fight before he could get someone like the Beast.
Yeah, it was that the UFC was trying to give Rose a quick track to the championship,
Yeah, that
but
was a
Rose synced up the joint and she lost really bad to Renault Ferriot.
yeah. Yeah, we better just give her like a nice little warm up fight before she starts fighting anybody like Manon, who's a tough competitor. Here we got here my brother from another mother also. This is my man XA Gucci 23. Uh, what's going on, y'all? Yeah, what's going on, brother? Thank you for coming through. And we are talking about WMA, no bodybuilding this time. Maybe next time. You want to come on? There's a link in the in the comment section. You can click it. You want to come on, give your thoughts. Everybody's welcome who are a fan of WMA mixed martial arts. So now that that fight's out of the way, now that Aaron Blanchfield versus Manon Fury is out of the way, do you think that Manon has a shot against either Alexa Grasso or Valentin Shevchenko?
No, absolutely not. To me,
Mm.
Renault Ferriot, she reminds me of Holly Holm, but she has no power. And like I said, there was like no point in that fight where Aaron Blanchard was not hurt. And like I said, George, let me say this though. I'm just gonna be real honest though. I think Minot Ferrier is like a weight bully because she looked
Mm.
so huge last night, and I was saying to myself, okay, I think that Minot Ferrier should be in the 135 division. You know what I mean? Because didn't she look kind of huge last night to you?
You should cut it big. You let you hydrate after the weight. After you make the weight. So she might have put on maybe an extra five more pounds when she got hydrated. And like I said, you got to remember, Note's a lot taller than Aaron. She has a little bit height advantage. And then at one point, Aaron did have her in a kind of a guillotine, and then some kind of way, Mamone kind of flipped out of it. Try to get out of it. I think she said she went to the hospital because she may have done some a little bit damage to her neck. I don't know the details just yet, but everybody goes to the hospital anyway. I like from the fight from 117. There wasn't a lot of Manon did do a lot of hitting, but not much is damage. You would say, you know, there's just a
Like
lot
I
to
said,
this.
the fight to me last night, it reminded me of Holly Holm and Ronda Rousey. But the thing is, though, is that Erin has a chin. She has one hell of a chin, though. You know what I mean? But like I said, man, like I said, I love Erin Blanchfield a lot. But like I said, there's some things that she needs to work on. And her first thing she needs to work on is her striking and her striking defense. Because like I said, um, even though like I said, she's only 24, but still, those are the most important things that she needs to work on. You know what I mean? Because like I said, man, she was just taking shots for 5 rounds straight, man. And it was kind of frustrated to watch because last night I actually put money on Aaron, and I was getting frustrated, man. and I wanted her to win. But I realized after the third round, I was like, yeah, Aaron lost his fight, and I just lost $100. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, that those are the things that she needs to work on, man. Even though she's still young, but you got to work on that striking defense. You got to work on that. You got to work on her striking as well, because, like I said, man, had that been Valentina, had that been Macy Barber, had that been Alexa Grasso last night, yeah, Hunger would have been stopped.
Yeah, because like I said, like I said, this thing you can't just like I said, you can't just use your chin because sometimes you just start chipping away after a while. It always gonna take somebody. It might take somebody who's not as powerful as Manon, who can just bam, just take just knock you out. Because we've seen this happen. We've seen fighters who have good chins, and then they whip against a fighter that just you know put them to sleep. And Erin, like I said, she does have the advantage of youth. But sometimes youth can only take you so far. And I think she needs to work with head movement. That's one thing important. I think a lot of MMA fighters need to work with boxers. That would happen with Manon with her fight against Rose. She
That
wasn't
was the
using
thing
her.
too, George. That was the thing too, George, that she keeps running into shots. You know what I mean? You can't do that. You can't do that at the elite of the game. Because, like I said, if that was like Valentina or was that Lexa Grasso or Macy Barber, she would have been stopped. But see, like I said, the reason why she didn't get stopped last night because Minoru Feria doesn't really have power at all.
Yeah. This is a comment from a man XA. He says, I'm sorry, from a man Chaos says, Ronda aroused me. Yeah, you're probably one of the few. I mean, back in the day, but then, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, there's some ladies in the W word they kind of excite me, but others don't really tickle my pickle. Yeah, that's the thing is, yeah, you have to learn head movement. I think that's what she needs. She needs to work with a good boxing coach that can teach her how you got to move your head. You can't just you can't keep running the shots. That's pretty much I think how Manon won this fight by unanimous decision because she was just getting hit. And these judges, who are many of them not really educated in MMA, many of them are mostly boxing judges who go by boxing rules. We get a hit, that's kind of points. I think one guy won a fight. I think was it whose brother? I think it was um what's Faith brother lost the fight because of leg kicks. That was what's his name's brother. I forgot his
I
name. You know, um, it pop up back in my head. His brother lost against in a fight against his head kicks. The guy that
Usman,
yeah, Usman, yeah, Usman,
Usman. Okay, there you go.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah, the big brother, not the little brother. He lost his last fight by leg kicks because they consider significant strikes. So when you keep running into a surprise fist, the judge is going to see the strikes. And I know I saw watch the crowds booed a bit because it was in Atlantic City, it was in New Jersey, her home state. And that's the thing is, if your fighter is not doing what they need to do, and her corner is telling her, you're running to her face, you run to her fist. She got you timed, and when she gets you timed, when a fighter gets you timed, you know you can time you. You know, it's just you're already set up. That's why you should change your game. And that's why I think her team. You say, you know what, we need to get you with a boxing coach. We need you. We need you to have to work your. You need to work with somebody who knows. Like good examples. Upcoming in a couple of months, we're going to have Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That's somebody who had good head movement. I mean, guys were swinging haymakers at Mike. Mike could just ducking him. I mean, there's some great boxing coaches that can work with someone like Aaron. She's young, and they can mold her. Maybe, like I said, that will probably help her in the long run. Maybe get her back in track. But I think after this fight, I think there's a good chance we might see maybe Macy Barber versus Aaron Blanchfield because they're both still young, and Macy's climbing up. She wants a shot at the title.
I don't think so.
hmm So you think with Macy going to fight against because they're not going to they're
I
not
think
going to
I think what they're gonna do next. I don't think so. I think they're gonna probably give her another fight. I think because I'm looking at the rankings right now. Um, since Aaron Blanchfield lost that fight, they might give her Caitlin Simana. They might give her. and then they might do, and they might do. Let's see, Macy Barber versus Aaron Blanchfield,
Yeah, that's like I said again.
and then I think the winner of that fight will get Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso. But um, like I said, we're not going to see Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso until September.
Yeah,
And whoever wins, if like I said, if the matchmaking happens, if like I said, Manon versus Macy Barber, like I said, they might not fight until maybe like the end of this year or early 2025.
yeah. Or possibly like I said, this Manon might want to stay active, so she might fight someone like she was supposed to originally fight Jessica Andrade last year, but she fought um you know Caitlin she's going by her married name, but I keep forgetting it. You know, go fight her possibly the blonde fighter. She might fight Andre Jessica Andrade just as a feeling fight. It should just go ahead and have an interim title. There's like 4 or 5 interim times in the main divisions. There's not even one in the women's. I think that would, if you're gonna hold up the title because you got both Valentina and Alexa doing tough this year. This time it's all dudes that you're coaching guys. And this is to me maybe with Valentina she can work with guys. I don't know about Alexa. I think she just don't have the personality for that.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't think both of them don't have the personality for it. I'm just gonna be honest with it. Because I know
like I
I know
said,
the year's gonna I know the year's gonna try to say, hey, Valentina and Alexa Grasso, we need to spice up the ratings for the top stuff. Can you both like at least try to trash talk each other during this whole taping and shit?
mm, yeah, I think they could have just went with somebody else. Maybe, you know, well, Zane and face can't. They could, it would probably if they could do a tough in China, but then that wouldn't work too well because, Zhang and
I mean, George, they could have, like I said, George, they could have had the rematch between Valentina and what's his name, Grasso in July, but we all know, like I said, the UFC wants the Mexican dollars, so they're gonna try to, well, stretch this all the way out into September. We already know the
yeah,
plan. I knew the
yeah, that
plan once that fight got it. Once they said, when I heard, like I said, when they both was announced for the tough enough, I said, yeah, I already knew what their plan is, dude. To try to do this whole taping up into September so they could fight.
yeah,
But like I said, what it's doing is that it's putting the whole division on hold.
yeah, and that's how Dana White Peter works. He really is about the dollar, dollar for himself more or less for his fighters. It's just and like I said again, while you're holding up the main title, you create an interim title. Have like okay, let's say let's put Macy Barber against Manon and let them fight for interim title. That would make sense. I know Manon wanted to stay active because you got to think about it. When she last fought was since last year. Macy just fought no more than I think a month or so ago, and it's just it would make sense because why you gonna wait for the main title be fight all the way to September where you could have had it where between June and July is the hot season because people are on vacation, they are around, they got some spending money, they want to do something fun, you know it's you get Fourth of July, you get the start of you get the month after next is gonna be Memorial Day. I mean, you just really I he, like I said, Dana White beater. That's how he works. Oh, this is from a man. From LA, from KLA said, George, when you planning to talk with more women fighters? Well, like I said, I send out some feelers here and there, but it's up to them if they want to talk because I can't make nobody talk if they don't want to. That's the thing. I think the last person I talked was Brittany Cloudy, and that's been a while. I would love to get some more ladies. I've seen every so often if I see a fighter I think I can reach out to, I send them a request. And most of the time, most of these fighters have managers, and you have to go through a manager, and sometimes that's a big problem. With the bodybuilders, you don't have to worry about managers because most of the time they do all this stuff. So that's the big problem with a lot of these fighters. Most of them have managers, and you have to jump to the manager, and then the manager figure out to okay it, yeah, 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 yeah. So that's why I say, I think I don't get as many fighters like I used to. But now we have upcoming again is this month. Next month is going to be UFC 300, and the undercard is Zane versus um you know you know what's the name again?
Jan Sinan.
Yan Xinan. So, and it's gonna be a split. It's gonna split China. You have the current champion and her fellow compatriot from their home country.
Like I said, the UFC fucked up. They should have had done it in China. They would have made a lot of money.
Well, they could have done it like they could have done like maybe Hong Kong. That's part of that's Chinese territory. It used to be British, but they could have done it in Hong Kong, and or well, I would say Taiwan because Taiwan and China don't have good relationship right now. South Korea would have been good, but China and South Korea never had a good history either. Yeah. There could have been places that could have done it. Close to Asia. India, would have been a good place. You
India?
know, yeah, India.
I don't think so.
Uh, well, it's where the location get, but I think probably most definitely I would say Hong Kong or South Korea. You know, they could have done it there, or even Japan. But like I said, there's not a good history between China and Japan either. But I think those are either the two choices I would say with Hong Kong or South Korea.
Mm.
Um, how Dana White, I'm call him because his name is Dana White Peter. He's like the other guy would say, my usual other guy I usually have on here he's a particular type of criminal. Dana White is, basically he's just a dog chasing cars. He never have a plan. He does have plans, but he's just a particular type of criminal. And he knows what he wants to do. China is a big market. China really one thing basketball really exploded in China, like about 10, 20 years ago when you had Yao Ming and a couple of Chinese players playing in the NBA. I mean, there is, and like I said, you got Yang Jinan, you have Wali Zhang. I think you have a couple more uh, fighters from China who are fighting UFC now, and also fighters from
Like Song
Korea.
Yadong.
Yeah.
Song Yadong, that Chinese guy.
Uh huh. What's that?
The
Those guys.
man.
What's the guy said? Lin Dong. Lin Dong was that? Was he from China or was he from Korea?
He's China.
China. All right. Yeah. And it's it's really opportunities there for anybody who take advantage of it. Like recently PFL and Bellator got bought out. PFL Bellator. And one thing that Scott Coker didn't do enough was he mostly did a lot of stuff in Europe, but not enough stuff in America. So if PFL now owns them, they need to expand also, get into that market, into like China, Japan, Korea, um, really recruit more of those fighters from those parts of the world. You'll get that fan base. You get people who want to follow. This is a comment from my man K. He says, bodybuilders are tough to reach out to, but I understand with the fighters. Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Also, he says this. He says, India is a part of Asia, but beware of the rats. Be the rats anywhere. And also, he says this. He says, there is a tension between U.S. and China right now. Well, there's always been a tension between U.S. and China, but mostly, it's mostly between more the politics than anything. Because you know what? China's always making money off the U.S. U.S. always making money off of China. All this other shit is just political shit. Not really that important. As long as you can make money off of somebody, like a certain person that this person likes here, certain ex-president who's a big idiot. I talk about China, but hey, you make money off of them for years. So now you want to talk shit about them? Yeah, fuck you. So anyway, what else is on that card? I think it's supposed to be like
Marina Rodriguez and Jessica Andrade.
uh well, we all know who's winning that fight. Jessica Andrade, she is still a bull. in a China shop, and you remember, it wasn't that long ago that the China shop beat the Bull. I think even though she's kind of like, lost a little bit of step in her last couple of fights, she, lost to Erin Blanchfield, she lost to Yang Jinan, you know, she's still a tough opponent. She's double dipping. She's fighting 115, 125. She's one of the few women that fought in all three divisions because she started at 135 and now she was champion 115. Then she's fighting 125. You know, you think she has much of a life left? I mean, you think it's time for Jessica Andrade to step back, or she, like I said, she recently was married, she got divorced, she just fighting for a check.
Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. I think that is just fighting for a check. I think they keep her around. I think she was taking that losers streak. You think she'll get cut by now? But my guess because she brings decent fights, they're pretty good. She's a strong opponent, a strong. I mean, strong fighter. I think that's why you see keep her. I mean, um, but like I said, who's fighting again?
Bernina Rodriguez.
Marina Rodriguez, or as coach I like to call her, Ski Nose. Marina, I think she should move to 125 and see how she does. I mean, she fought just about everybody at 115, and I think she should fight some fighters at least twice. If she loses, might have to get a rematch with maybe Amanda Ribas for the hell of it. So because there's not enough people. She's not really. She had opportunity to fight for the title, and remember, Coach mentioned that she had opportunity to fight for the title, but she turned it down. We get an opportunity like that, and I'm surprised, they didn't cut her after I think she took a couple losses. You know, you get the opportunity. Hey, we give you the opportunity to fight for the title. Hey, you're gonna get whooped, but hey, you get paid. But she's just I don't know. She's just
Yeah, I don't understand these fighters nowadays, man. There's money on the
yeah.
table. Even though I'm gonna get my ass whooped, but still, that's money on the table, man. At least I'm gonna
Yeah, like
try.
yeah, like this upcoming fight between uh Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. We all know Jake Paul. He's gonna get tossed like a salad. People say, well, Mike Tyson is like almost 60 years old. It's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson could be 80 years old. I wouldn't fight that man with a crowbar and a handgun.
I don't
Come
trust. I
on.
don't trust. I don't trust fighters nowadays who fight Jake Paul because they just,
Yeah,
they just fighting for just for the check. They ain't even trying to beat the guy anymore.
yeah, like your twin brother got knocked out.
Taiwan Woodley.
I mean, he put that brother to sleep. That's sad. I mean, the first fight, Tyron had him beat, and they gave a fight to Jake. But Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson I grew up with, no matter what, he wouldn't just give up like that. No, I think Mike, he's just gonna come in and do what he's gonna do. Jake's gonna get a clinic. I know people always say here, Jake's gonna beat because Mike is old. I saw Mike do his spar. You can go check on my channel. I have a little video I made of Mike sparring. And it's just he's just killing. His sparring partner. His sparring. He's just killing them. I mean, I just see this fight. If they do like some kind of charity bullshit like they did that time with him and Roy Jr. when he said we have a draw, I'll be disappointed. But like I said, yeah, boxing kind of fell off a bit. You know, you know, the saw that Deontay Wilder lost his last fight against a guy he probably should have beaten like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. You know, Tyson Fury should have lost against Francis Ngannou, but they gave him that fight. And then Ngannou gets knocked out by Apple Juice Joshua. It's just yeah. I would say, fighting boxing is kind of good at this point. That's why we get the fights we fight. We get to see the fights we want to see in the UFC. But the boxing one don't take MMA still as seriously as it does because the fact is, they see it as a fringe sport and they still talk joke about it. Like you remember when B Hop called it gay sex because guys wrestle roll on the floor like that in certain positions. But he changed his mind about that a few years later. We got here from my man XA says Mike Tyson may not be the fighter that he used to be, but I don't know. Well, you don't know, and I think
Yeah,
as a fan,
well, I know. Like I said, he only took this fight because he's having money issues.
well, not that much money. Too bad because I thought he had his own line of weed and stuff, so he's making money from that.
Nah, so why the hell did he take this fight then?
I don't know. Could be my money issue, but still, I thought, he's doing pretty good with his own weed and stuff like that. But like I said, he might just want to fight. You remember back in the day, he said, if I could fight, if I want to fight, if I'm fighting, just like hitting man, because you never know when a man's going to be knocked out. Just go in there, you have a plan, but you never know when you punch them out.
Mike,
You know,
Mike,
you know.
Mike's gonna disappoint. He's gonna disappoint us in this fight. He's gonna disappoint us.
Like I said, I'm
He's
still a
part of he's
fan.
part of the plan. He's part of the plan. He's gonna
Yeah,
disappoint us.
I'm still a fan. I don't think he's gonna disappoint us. I think that he's got Jake. He's gonna make Jake look like that scene from Rocky 3 when Cobble Lane beats up Rocky in the first fight. He's going, "Hey, Jake, I just, but man, like I said, I don't like I said, I'm not a fan of Jake Paul. I think he's a punk. Um, this is for a man. Say you focus on XA, huh, George, and XA2. You jealous, KLA? You love with me. I think he is in love with me. I mean, I'm sorry, brother. I don't swing that way. It may not be it may not be the '80s, but I'm still down with the ladies. Sorry, But I think what's the next big fight coming up outside of Zhang and Wale? You think?
I mean, we already talked about it. The tough
Yeah,
series. That's all I can think of right now.
yeah. Peg Leg Pennington's the champion now, and I think there's a possibly a title fight between her and Juliana Pena.
George, since you brought that up, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If what's his name? Because I just remember Holly Holm versus what's that damn girl? What's her name? The one
Hot Job Harrison. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Yeah, but
Hype
forget
Job
about that.
Harrison. Okay, so don't be surprised if Hype Job Harrison wins at UFC 300 that they're gonna give her a instant rematch to fight what's his name to fight Rocky Pennington. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, I won't be surprised because Holly Holm has always been the golden girl ever since she beat Ronda Rousey. She's always been, um, you know, uh, the diamond in the rough. I mean, just something about this. Something thing about it. She was like taking back to back losses one year. She lost against Valentina. She got beat by Jermaine Duranami. She lost against who else? She was on a 4-fight winning streak at one point, and it kept her. I know a lady who I'm really cool with, Sarah Alpar, who just got signed to the UFC 2 fights, and she cut her. You know, Teacher Torres was on like a losing streak. Dan White has his favorites, and Holly always because she fits the mold. She's tall, blonde, white. You know, she has a fit body. I would give her that, but she just, you know, she's still lacking in certain skill sets. She has improved over the last few years, but she's pushing that. She's over 40. She's the grandma now because she's the grandma of the division, and she's still pushing that. They're going to push her. I mean, they could make this fight at 145. It would have made more sense because you know what? I don't think it's going to be hard. I know it's kill. I mean, you remember years ago when Cyborg fought, she had to go down to 140, and that was killing her. I
Yep.
mean, and Kayla has a lot of muscle. She has a lot of muscle mass. That means she has to lose a lot of that muscle mass to compete at 135. I mean, she generally she has to cut off her arm to do that.
So let me ask you, George. So what do you think of Holly Holm training with Chris Cyborg?
Well, I'm kind of surprised, but I think it's still been cool since their last time they fought. I mean, it's. I think it's more like Chris Cyborg wanting to get into Holly Holm to get into Kayla's head for dodging the ducking the fade for their fight, doing all that talking, and then you go run over to UFC. I think it's mostly for Cyborg just get her hit because I think Cyborg was to fight Larissa Pacheco I think in a couple of months I believe, and Cyborg just felt like, hey, you did all this talking, now you over here where I can't get you, so let me just help out your opponent.
I
Yeah,
mean, like
so
I said, Joe, it'll be crazy if Holly Holm pulls it off, though. But I think the UFC, like I said, I think the UFC wants Kayla Harrison to win this fight so that they can, put her up against Rocky Pennington because we all know that they want Kayla Harrison to be, Ronda 2.0.
yeah, that's the thing is, but like I said, like I said, she's 2-1 2 because she actually London has civil has was it, bronze medals. Kayla has gold, so yeah, that's the next level. In as a Olympia champion, and if Kayla can get by, you know, Holly, because Kayla does have a little bit of better ground game. Holly, she lost against Cupcake Cake Tate by a chokeout submission. So if you know Kayla needs to do is just grab and toss Holly around and slap a nice choke around her neck, she might get her. But like I said, again, Kayla's gonna lose a lot of that muscle mass she had. Switching down from she's going down pretty much 20 pounds her usual fighting weight. Where it
And also, like I
normally,
said, we're gonna have to question her cardio as well.
hmm
So
yeah, if
I mean,
she
so
if
it won't hurt to put a little bit of money on Holly Holm.
no, it wouldn't hurt. Just in case, just as see what happens. And if she wins, hey, because I think it may see Holly as the underdog for this fight. So if Holly wins, hey, you get a good chunk of change. If High Job Harrison wins, hey, you probably get your money back and a little extra. But like I said again, it's just about skill set. Holly, she still has that head kick she likes to throw, and if Kayla can block it, she got it. Holly has better stand up. That's the thing is, if Holly can beat Kayla with a stand up, she can win this fight. She can pull out, being that she's a boxer, being she's a former kickboxer. Kayla's not that well rounded. She's just mostly judo, and her striking is not as good. I think it's just that if she works, if like I said, if they keep the fight standing, I think Holly got this. But if it gets to the ground, and Holly has improved on her ground game, it's a toss up. You know, like I said again, but like I said, Kayla's gonna lose a lot of muscle mass she had. If she might hydrate because they give her to hydrate a little bit. She might gain a few more pounds. But this would have been a great fight for 145. If with Kayla coming over, this should have been a 145 fight. And he could have maybe opened the span in 145 division. It's just always this bullshit with Dana White. He doesn't want to grow 145. You have fighters like Chelsea Chandler. You got fighters like Norman Demont, Chelsea, Macy Chazar could fight 145. Do they still have Daniel Wolf signed? I mean, what's the point of having her? You don't have a 145 division.
Well,
It
since you
should.
brought up, what's his name, Noah Demont, guess who's also returning? I believe next weekend, the Iron Lady,
Yeah, go duck and run. Yeah, I know about. She's gonna fight Norma. And
JDR. She's
yeah,
fighting.
she was,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, she was a original 145 champion. So she got the case of the limber tail. Like JR was saying, remember back in WCW WWE days that you got a chance when somebody scared, you got a chance of the liver tail because you're scarred. You know, she gave that title because she didn't want to fight Cyborg. That's why I think a lot of people lost respect to Jermaine your enemy. You could have had a valid reason to say, hey, I had an injury or something. The other fighters say, hey, Conor McGregor still held on his titles even when he had injuries. You know, to Dan
But like I
Whiteside,
said,
he
I'm
had strip
happy to
him.
see that JDR is back because, like I said, it adds a little bit more to the 135 division. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it helped a little bit. I mean, she beat Julia Pena by submission. That was her first submission in her career. I mean, she had, that last fight with where Manon Nunes was kind of close. If she just had better ground game, you know, she hits hard. She even hit harder than Manon Nunes, and that's why Manon Nunes took the fight to the ground. You know,
Right, right. I was
and
actually scared for that fight because if I
yeah, because I
remember
know you're.
clearly, she upkicked Amanda. She upkicked Amanda, and Amanda was actually, I think she was knocked out a little bit, but she fell on top of Amanda, right? But then she woke back up though.
Yeah, she was a bit concussed, so that was
Yeah,
yeah. That's why I think she retired because she knew she one more fight like that she'd be done, and not the losing against
yeah. But
Amanda.
I've been hearing that she might come back though to fight Kayla Harrison.
No point coming back.
I
She's good.
think she should just stay retired.
Yeah, and although she come back and when Nina spent all her money, she got nothing left. That's when she wants to come back and say, "I get to make some money because Nina is buying everything, and we have another baby now. It's just too
That's
expensive."
that's another thing too, though, is that these fighters nowadays, when they say that they're retired, they, instead of saying retired, they just said that they are semi-retired because when they say they're retired, then like I said, they get bored and they come back and like another like what a year after. They should at least say, "Hey, I'm gonna be semi-retired from the sport." You know what I mean? I hate when fighters now they say, "Oh, I'm retired. I'm putting my gloves down. I'm never coming back," and then here they come, and the year after they're back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what how Misha Tate did. She took 5 years off, and then she comes back. Talks about Ronda Rousey. Might more want to talk come back after she. I don't think she's even wrestling in WWE anymore. I mean,
Nah,
it's
they
just
got rid of her.
yeah. I mean, what's there for her to do? I mean, unless she goes to AEW, I don't think they can afford her. So I know there's a possibly good chance that we might see Ronda Rousey come back. Because she needs something to do. I mean, she's living on the farm with her husband. She just had a kid a while back. She might be doing some other stuff. It's just, it happens. It's just that mentality of a fighter. We see it boxers. Ric Flair. He kept on wrestling. His last match was like about last year, and he's 70 something years old. It's just that mentality. Sting. He just announced he retired. And I don't know. Maybe he'll pop up every now and then, some like independent federations just to keep active. It's like anybody who works. You work for a long time doing something. Sometimes it's hard to walk away from it. There's some stories of older people who left the job and they eventually just kind of died because that job kept them active. Unless you have
But
something outside of it.
Like I said, Ronda was supposed to come back at UFC 300, but we got Kayla instead.
Yeah. Well, that was the deal. So you either was going to go up or go down. That's the. I know Dana was chopping his lips saying, "We can get you," but I said, "Nah, Dana, I'm not ready yet. I need some more time. I just all this time of wrestling, yeah, yeah, yeah." And he said, "You know what? Originally, she was at one point. Kayla was thinking about going to UFC, especially at a time when the PFL was shut down during the pandemic. But she did that match over Invicta for a minute, but then Dana White didn't want to pay the cost for her." But now, like I said, his division is the 135 division has really lost its shine, and he said, you know what, you know, since UFC PFL is going through this change with Balor Bellator, um, let me see if she want to take a chance. I mean, that's the reason why he probably reached out to Kayla Harris because she is kind of like again the 2.0 to Ronda,
Yep.
But the thing you got to be careful because you know what this point oh may lose to Holly Holm, like the original model. I think he should have just like I said again, he should have just said, okay, instead of making this a 135 fight, let's make it 145. Let's see how she does at 145.
Right.
You know, try to span a division. There's just I think just you know PFL I think they're supposed to cut their 145 division because I think well I think I think most definitely I think Pacheco and Cyborg plus 145 because I know most definitely y'all know Chris Cyborg can't make 135. She need to kill herself through a catchweight fight. So that's why I need to expand the
When is that
145
fight supposed
division.
to happen?
I don't not that is announced yet. I think it might happen by the summer. Kristen boxing. After she had a couple of fights after she beat Kat Zingano. Um, you know, and then Kat Zingano, I think she might want to go ahead and retire because now that the Bellator is gone, whereas it's actually kind of like split like two divisions. It's kind of like how
It's
you had
merged. They merged.
yeah merged, so it's kind of like Raw and
Like
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
Yeah, and I think you might would say PFL is Raw, and you might would say Bellator is SmackDown. Yeah, that's the truth of it. I'm not gonna call
Yeah, that is true
Bellator
though.
Raw.
That is true.
There's no point calling Bellator Raw. I would say PFL is SmackDown. The one thing I think what hurts PFL is that you can't use elbows for strikes. And I think that could make a difference in some fights for some competitors. I think that'd be tough. I think that's the hard part for some fighters to switch go with that organization. That you might want to use your elbows. Like you just saw recently, Tyler Santos. She's over there now. She was supposed to fight
Denise
Miss
Hilco.
Dynamite. Yeah, these skills, but now she fight another opponent because Denise has kind of injury. And I think that's a good idea because I think Denise. I don't know. I love Denise Keelhouse. She's a I'm a fan of her. She's a good fighter, but she still has some faults, especially when it comes to ground game. The girl that Tyler's fighting, Denise lost to last year. So I think that's a better fight. I think just if you kill somebody else, get somebody else who's like one of the PFL fighters, see how she do against them instead of against a former UFC fighter. I wouldn't put her against that. Some fighters I'm surprised. One fighter they cut was a Laura Alondra, and she's fighting over at global capacity. She's fighting against that chick, the La Luba, the Mexican chick with the huge jugs. She's fighting her. You know, I'm surprised that they still got Via Aliaga. I mean, you can cut Laura, but get rid of Vita and keep Vita. But I think the thing is because I think Laura lives in Argentina, Vita lives in the States, so it's easy to keep a fighter that's here in the backyard and get a fighter that lives in another country.
Mm.
Yeah, like I
I'm
said, it's
looking to
just
see.
hmm?
No, go ahead. Go. What were you saying?
No, what you gonna say?
I'm trying to look up the next couple women fights that's coming out.
Well, I
Um,
think let me see. Let's go up to you. Go here. I'm gonna look at the our Lions Den women's mixed martial arts community on Facebook because Jason Rose, who's the moderator over there, he's always posting stuff. Let's see what he has here. Just saw he posted something, and I clicked on it. Give me a second. He should have something coming up.
you gonna put
You
it up
know,
on the screen?
yeah. Let me get a chance if I can. Let me see. Let's see. It's mostly talking about stuff for the Mary, Furiat and what's the face fight. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, back here. See, let's see. Or I
UFC
think let me
300 coming up.
yeah, let's see. Let me go over to uh, because let me see
Oh
over here.
shit! Cedric Cavillo's fighting next week.
Oh, where's she fighting at?
Strawweight.
What is she still with the UFC? Because I think they re-signed her.
I thought she got cut.
I think she's fighting the UFC. Where's she fighting it now?
It says strawweight.
Yeah, let me see. Let me check. WMA rankings. So let's see. They'll probably say what it is. Okay. I let's see. Let's see.
There's three women's fight next weekend.
Let's see. WMA rankings. Well, we yeah. It's yeah. I hear. I'm gonna pull up WMA rankings. Let me pull up here on the. Give me a second. Well, we got here is WMA rankings showing that Santos versus Laura Joanna, I think that's the name is. They supposed to be fighting on the 4th. That's I think that's Thursday. Cause yeah, I think that's Thursday. They supposed to be fighting. That's on the PFL card. There it is. You know, and let's see, pull it. They supposed to be fighting Thursday. That's the fourth.
Thursday.
Yeah, that's the fourth. Because tomorrow's the first, the second is the Thursday, and Wednesday the third, and Thursday is the fourth. And that's going to be on the
That's a
PFL
weird.
card.
It's a weird time to have a fight. I mean, if you're gonna at
Yeah.
least do a fight, at least do it at least Friday or Saturday.
Well, I think you probably feel like
You know,
you rather do it,
that's those are the days when people just got off from work, man.
yeah, at home. But I think you feel like Thursday be better because it's so close to the weekend, and then you have to compete with maybe other something that might come up on Friday because it's kind of an odd off day, but it's so close to the weekend. So that's Alara Joanna and Talia Santos. She's the one who beat these Killhosts a while back, and I think she lost her last match at the PFL. This is from the WMA rankings, so they're pretty cool with stuff. Then you have here, this is coming in June. There's question on that one. Carly Jodice versus Gabriel Fernandez, and that's a new fighter, I believe. So that's questionable. Let's see. Let's see. Got July here. Got June. Let's see. What's anything coming up? Any more recently? We have here Marnik Man versus Catalina Sosa. That's coming up in the end of April, and that's gonna be part of UFC Vegas 91. Let's see. Let's see. Anything? We got something. Here he is. They're talking about here. This is Cyborg and um, Pacheco. Big announcement. Chairman Don Davis, MMA Hour PFL gearing up for the pay-per-view event co-headlined by Bellator champ Chris Cyborg and PFL champ uh, Loris Pacheco, featherweight super fight to crown the world's top 145 fighter. So they haven't the date yet, but they are working on it. You know,
Probably
I know.
September.
Yeah, maybe we might get it by the summer. You truthfully, not
And
many
also,
other.
go back up. Go back up. Go back up.
Yeah, where
That Russian girl right there,
right here.
Dakota. Yeah, I believe she lost that fight last weekend.
Yeah, I think Mazrat
She lost
Rundun.
that fight. I remember I was watching that fight. She was getting pieced up, but you know, the UFC, because she's more marketable, so they gave her the fight. But she lost that fight last weekend, and
Yeah,
like I said, the Rose and the Rose Namajunas in a Rivas fight. That was a good fight. That was a very good fight, but I think there's something that Rose made a big mistake is that she got rid of Trevor Whitman because now that she doesn't have Trevor Whitman, she doesn't have the fire underneath her anymore, and having Pat Barry be her coach is not a good idea.
it's not a good idea to have the person who's both your coach and your lover. We learned that with Aspen Ladd. You
Yep.
know, you never have somebody that you are sharing a bedroom. Your love life and your professional life should be separate. You never should eat where you shit at. That's that saying. And I think maybe get somebody else to be her coach. You said at one point, like say the way of saying he was just wasn't there because of some things went up. But so she's no longer with Trevor Whitman, or just that they just
Well, that's what I've been hearing that Troy Whitman's not in her corner anymore. That's what I've been hearing.
well, it said maybe what maybe it wasn't quite for this fight, or maybe I don't know. It's just you never know. I Rose is the type of person, even though she's kind of been kind of a mixed bag of nuts sometimes, but she's a person that really, who if she's loyal to somebody, they're loyal to her, she sticks to it. I mean, her and Pat Barry, their relationship, he's kind of like it's with stuff going on with Puff Daddy and with the R. Kelly stuff. I mean, some people might compare it to that, but I think if anything, Pat should take a step back and lets people work with her. Because like Rose, she's not no sweet chicken anymore. Because Rose is already 31. She's been fighting ever since she's been a kid. And I know at one point she's thinking about retiring. You know, and also she has issues with her mental health, all that stuff. I think really maybe need somebody to come in there and just say, you know what, tell your man to take a step back. He can be there as support. But other than that, I'm responsible for your training. You know, that thing is, it's again, you got to keep relationships separate from your business. That's what I think. It's one reason I think some people say that Coach mentioned how Ty Santos got cut from UFC because the husband's too much in the business. You know, family should
Yep.
never be managing your business. Your family is your family you support. Business and family should be separate, unless you really know what you're talking about. Because sometimes they more think about what they can get out of it than worry about what's for you. You know, Ty who's still in the even she after she lost to Aaron Blanchfield, they probably still kept her. But it was just sometimes family can mess up your career. You can ask a lot of celebrity kids who parents were just so more about the money the kids would get instead of worry about their children. You know, Gary Coleman, he went through that with his parents. They weren't his real parents, his adopted parents. You know, a lot of celebrity kids because their parents are more about their success than try to be. "Hey, let me keep my child safe. Let me see my child's doing good. That's most important. Maybe be a good mom and a good dad to my child. Instead of worrying about what I can get out of it for myself. Joe Jackson's a good example of that. So, like I said, there's a couple fights here and there. I think I saw on WA. I think it's supposed to have something one championship. I don't really watch one that much. I don't pay attention that much. Victor supposed to have something maybe in a few months. It's been a while. I think they should have. Right now I think Victor their 145 title is open. I think they should have a tournament for that. They always have tournaments for the strawweights, have tournament for the Adams, have tournament for the even for the bantamweight. I think they should have a tournament for 145.
I
Um,
think from what I'm seeing right now, I think they got rid of 145.
they did. Damn, it's a damn shame. It's
Yeah.
just there's no place for the big women. You either you try to squeeze in 135 or just fight some other organization where have a 145 division. So, and I think who holds that title? Coach's girl, forgot her name. She holds the title because she beat um triple threat Tanisha Tennant for it. I don't know if they're gonna have a rematch or she's gonna fight somebody else. There's what's her name? The chick from Israel who fought her last fight. Who beat Claire Guthrie. She beat her with a buggy choke. I forgot her name. She might fight for the title next. Claire Guthrie, she fought in another organization. She got hurt, so it'd be wild for her. She'd be back in the order. She was probably going to be in UFC if she had beat Olga Rubin. If she had beat Olga Rubin, Claire probably been in UFC. They probably wouldn't put her a fight against what's her face. But now she's hurt, and that was around last year when she got hurt. So it's be a while before we see her, in competition. Um, they still got the 125 title. Uh, I think they signed. I think they signed the girl who held the Atterweight title before she lost it to Julia DeCourcy. What's her name? I think they signed her to the UFC now. She's fighting at 125, and that girl who's an Irish chick who's one of Colin Graves' friend who fights 115. She probably have no fight before they ever think about signing her. So if Vic's kind of quiet right now, we might have a fight maybe by April, maybe by May.
George, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Do you think Valentina will pull it off in the third fight?
yes, I believe she did because I think she won the first fight.
Not the first fight, the second fight.
I mean, second
Bonehead.
fight. I think yeah, she won the second fight. That's all right. I know, but but like I
Your
said,
old age is catching up.
uh, I'm going to be 50 in a few months, son. Yeah. But yeah, I think she's gonna because I think even though they talk about well, Alexa knocked her down. That was toward the end of the last fight, toward the end of the fifth round. but Valentina was killing her
with the jab.
with the jab, and also kicking, and even has some good takedowns. I mean,
One two
it's
five, George.
mhm,
That's how I scored the fight. 1-2-5.
yeah, and instead of just the them having the courage to say, hey, let's get a fight to the ex champ. They say, you know what? Let's just split the baby. Yeah. Like I said, it just to me it don't make sense. And but like I said, Dana White, he wants to appease the growing fan base that is the Mexican fan base. He wants to appease them. You People say Valentina's fights are boring. No, she's just that damn good. You know, when you're that damn good, it can be difficult. Especially you don't have good competition. You know, Lexa got lucky in the first fight. People say, yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yes, she got lucky. She timed Valentina right, and that was it. You know, if Valentina had get that spinning kick right, she would have won the fight by points. She was beating Alexa Grasso. You know, and Alexa, yes, she has good stand up, but her ground game is lacking. And she in some and also she's just like her fight against Macy Barber. She almost lost that fight against Macy. You know, when Macy got enough steam up, she was beating Alexa Grasso. Yeah, she beat Joanna Wood, but yeah, you beat an old fighter, you took her down. That was it.
Yep.
You know, you beat someone like was it Arroyo? Forgot a name who doesn't have cardio issues. You lost to someone like Carla Esparza. You got beat up by Tatiana Suarez. You go to 125, and you're a world beater. Man. Yes, if you think I'm a hater, yes, I'm going. That's why I have my man here, Silky Johnson, play hater here because I'm a hater. I can't hate no more. Let me be a hater. So, who
Well,
what you think? What's your thought?
my thoughts. I think
Mm-hmm.
Valentina's gonna get the belt back.
You think try for a fourth fight, like or if you say
No, hey, this should be the final fight. No more of this fourth fight. None of that shit. Let this be the final fight. You know what I mean? And I think, like I said, I think Valentina's gonna, she's gonna get the belt back.
uh-huh, and
She's gonna
then
bring that fire, like how Amanda Nunes brought the fire in the second fight to Juliana Pena.
yeah, I think it's gonna be a bounce back for her, and then I think after that, who else? If she beats Manon, and then I think she might always just go ahead and just call
Nah,
it quits.
Valentina will beat Fanon.
Yeah,
Valentina will beat. She would have beaten Aaron Blanchfield. She would
uh-huh,
probably would have beaten everybody, but
yeah.
she made a little slip against Alexa Grasso, and now I think she knows how to get her back.
Hello, your ex. My brother stepped out for a minute. He'll pop back.
She's
Huh?
very heavy on the lead leg, and then, like I said, when the Grasso's trying to, push the pace, and then, Valentina could take her down because we already know that Valentina could take Alexa Grasso and take her down anytime. You know what I mean? So I think that she already has Grasso beat come the third fight
Mhm. Yeah,
because we
and
already
like,
know that Grasso, her only chance of winning the fight is if she if Valentina make a mistake, which I don't think she's not going to make a mistake this time, or if she hurts Valentina, that's the only possible chance that she could win that fight. But I think going into the third fight, Valentina's going to have Electric Grasso already figure out.
yeah, because like I said, Alexa, like her partner, Irene,
I
Adania,
really think that.
they're mostly stand up fighters. They don't have good ground game. That's why how come Irene lost against Pig Leg Pennington and how she lost against Amanda Nunes. You know, it's just they just don't have. They're not a complete fighter. Valentina is the complete fighter. Valentina, as I said this, she is the daughter of Ivan Drago. You know, she is a sniper. She when she made a mistake, but when she gets a mistake, and she changes her plans. She's a thinking fighter, and that's why people don't like her because she's not there doing bloods and guts. She's using her brain, she's using her mind, she's putting together a plan. And when she has a plan set and she's working and she's reading her opponent, she's just the complete fighter. And that's why people hate her for that, because she's just that complete fighter. That's why it's so hard to beat her. She's just too. And then, people talk about when she fought Jessica Andrade. It's like, oh, Jessica's gonna be Amanda's gonna beat Valentina. Look what she did. She, Jessica Andrade's going in like the Hulk, but end up like the Hulk in Infinity War when he fought Thanos. You know, Jessica Andrade with the Hulk, and Valentina's Thanos. You saw? You remember that part, that fight? When Loki says, "We got the Hulk," and that worked against you the first time we fought against Tony Stark, but it didn't work that time when you fight against Thanos. You know, it was just a slobber. And that's the thing is that's why I don't like her, because she's not like those blood and gut. Blood and guts is not enough. You don't need blood and guts to be proved that you're a fighter. I think a smart fighter who knows, like, what, I want to, stay active. I don't want to go in just go in these wars. Other than I think her fights against Amanda Nunes, and her fight against I would say the second fight with Alexa Grasso. She hadn't really did a lot of those, and her fight with Talia Santos. She doesn't do a lot of those, like, just slobber knockers. She's a smart fighter. You know, she wins by just taking advantage of the her enemy's opponent's lack of knowledge. And also, like my man coach
Mistakes.
always said, yeah. And also, my man coach always says, Pavel has a plan.
Well, like I said, they're gonna have a plan. Come the third fight, she's gonna beat Alexa Grasso.
Yeah, I know some people who hate and say, yeah, nah, nah, I don't see it. You saw that they had a little picture thing with women boxers, women fighters for the UFC, and on the cover of it, they have Alexa because she has that big, pretty little colored belt. I said, why not? Wouldn't you think you have the current champion 145, because that's the head division, it used to be the head division, or the current strawweight champion, but they have Alexa in the front. Yeah. So
Like I said, I'm not the biggest Valentina fan, but like I said, I know when a fighter got robbed, and she got robbed that second fight.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree with you. Almost definitely agree. She was taken. I mean, it's just I just don't see how it just it just don't make a sense. I'll pull this picture. I was just doing a little walkthrough at the on our Facebook page for the shop to the coach who created it. And this is something. It just something I just like to show this. This is it was some pictures that I think Jason Rose posted. And I'm gonna pull it up real quick. This is why I'm just a fan of Valentina, because she is just this is she just this is her against Catelyn what's her face she's put
Caitlin
her fist
concluded
up.
before she got married.
Yeah, I think that's right about, because they say they said they want her to fight her, but she said, "Nah, I gotta get married. Nah, I gotta get it." And she's trying to have a baby. She was trying to have a baby a while back, but I think it didn't go out too well. So that's when her fault. When she fought what's the face Macy Barber. After that, this was like right about before. I think it was right after she got married, and she didn't want to fight Valentina, but Dana White said, "Hey, you're gonna have to fight her." You know, and this is another picture I found, while I was looking on here. I mean, I tell you, yeah, this is one with Holly Holm. Look at it, it's just boom. I mean, Holly Holm supposed to be the boxer, and her skill. I mean, she beat Holly Holm, and she was fighting in 135. She's actually the smallest woman in the division at the time, and she's beating someone like Holly Holm, who fights in 145 a couple of times. I mean, Valentina is just, you know, hate all you want. You can hate all you want. Valentina is just the complete fighter. Um, it's like this is a weigh in. I think this is supposed to have been for another organization. That's Kayla Harrison. You know, if she can make 135, it's gonna be a miracle. I mean, it look like she lost a little size, but she had to probably lose a lot of muscle. You know, so she lose a lot of that muscle she had. I mean, it's gonna be tough for her. She can't sling Holly around because I think she might be. I think Keela's like about almost 6 feet tall.
Well, like I said, we're gonna have to find out, man. In two
Yeah,
more weeks.
yeah, 2 more weeks. I mean, before you know, flies time will fly. So, brother, we got nothing else to talk about. I do appreciate you coming on here. You know, uh, I shout out to my man KL. Out here, he says, KL his comment. I saw his comment. I said, uh, "Oh, now you're calling KL. You calling me, brother." I'm gonna pick on you a little bit. So again, I would like to do some more interviews with ladies in mixed martial arts and combat sports, but like I said, again, it's hard to get up with them. Many of them have managers and stuff like that. You have to go through a manager. I'd rather talk to the fighter themselves, but I understand that's them. But that's why it's a lot easier for me with bodybuilders because fighters don't have managers. They use talk to that person. But well, like I said, we might have some good stuff coming up next month. Wish we had some more fights. As you know, we had a couple of UFC events with totally sausage fests. I mean, I think really, like I said again, Dana White. Sorry, I call him by his real name. I'm calling him by his surname. It's Dana White Beater. Expand 145. Open up atom weight division. You have fighters like Labuma Labuke who needs to fight in a weight class that works for her. She's struggling in 115. I mean, you you may not get the knockouts you want to get in 105, but those girls fight hard. They go hard. You know, but that's on him. You don't want the big girls. You don't want the little girls. You want It's just I can't. Like I said, you can't make it. Like I said, like Money Mike said, you can lead a horse out to water, but you can't make it think.
Well, like I said, that tough season that's coming up, that should have been all women's. You know what I mean?
Yeah, do atom weight and maybe do 145 or just do atom weight. You all got you can recruit or recruit 140 35. You know, it should have been that thing. I know this thing like this. It's better. It's a lot easier for women to work with women than it is for women to work with men. Because some guys maybe not take it as seriously. If it was like okay, like John Jones and Steepy, I think you probably would have done better with that than you would have done with Valentina and Alexa. We did Valentina and Alexa. It should have been like, okay, let's either recruit for 135 or recruit for 115 or start the atomweight division. You know, like that. I think the one with I thought the one with Amanda and Juliana was supposed to be starting the atomweight division, but I think it was like for 135, 125. I can't remember. Yeah,
I like I said, I just don't. I just think they just don't want to expand the women's division.
yeah, because a lot of guys don't like to fight either women fighting, and that's on them. But I think these women fight with their hearts. I mean, you may not get the fights you want to see. Men and women are different. We're the same species, but we're just different breeds of species. And women can't do the things that men can do. You're not gonna see a lot of knockouts in women's fights. They most of the time go the distance. Every now and then you get a few knockouts here and there, like someone like Jessica Andrade or someone like Jermaine Duranamy or a couple others I can think of. But generally, women go the distance, and that's the problem is people don't have the patience for tactical and a more strategic fighting. They just want to see a slobber knocker. They want to see blood and guts, but it's not always going to happen like that. Even some guys don't fight like that, you know. But like I said, it's just this. Like I said, this was Women's Month. It's gonna go out, So, but you get what you want and get you what you pay for. So, brother, we have anything else to share or talk about, or this is a done deal?
I got nothing, George. I think we covered everything. You know what I mean?
All
Like I
right.
said, we just gonna have to, probably recap UFC 300.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's the plan. That's the plan.
You know, we'll talk
Uh-huh.
about that on Saturday afternoon.
When
Right.
when we have the UFC 300?
I think it's the hold on, let me look it up. USC 300. It's Saturday, April 13.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So it won't be long. See, like I say, your time is flying. It's already about April. Moving on for its summer. You know.
This get by goes by quick, man.
Yeah. See, like we just started the year. Now we're about to get to the fourth month. You know. But man, I do appreciate you, brother. He like folks. He shout out to me, say, "Hey, we want to do some WMA talk." I say, "Yeah, you want some? Okay, cool." So that's like that boy, the underrated Douglas out here, because he's the guy who started for us, and now we're spun off our own. Shout out to underrated. Shout out to also I think who was part of that group, um, underrated. You, me, and who else? God, I used to know. Australian cat.
Oh, the Watcher.
The Watcher, yeah, I think he still does some stuff every now and then. But shout out to him. Shout out to KL who's in here. Anybody who's here listening to this live stream, we appreciate y'all. I know you guys usually if it's bodybuilding, you jump on here like a quick minute. Y'all be hot and ready.
I know, right?
But
I
I did interview the lovely Mrs. Major
think because
Michelle
we
Bog.
didn't what's his name? I think
Who
we didn't talk about no booty pictures this time. That's why they didn't jump on today.
sorry guys, no booty pictures, but shout also I like appreciate the lovely Mrs. actually sorry, excuse me, Major Michelle Bogdan, who's Ivy Pro, who's competing next weekend. I'm gonna watch that live stream of the Triple O Dynasty because I'm a fan, especially I'm a fan of this lady. She is my fantasy lady. I love her. This is for you schmoes out there for women's bodybuilding. You love women's body. Andrea Shaw. Oh my God, I just love her. Oh, she's so beautiful. I can't wait till she competes. She's gonna do Rising Phoenix and also do the Olympia. And I got to do this every time I see this because you know what? He always says, "My man, Big Keith. Tomorrow we're gonna do a live stream on Muscle Talk Monday. He's got his hands on my girl. Hey, 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 hey! Get your hands off my girl. I told you about that shit. Just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
Uh-oh.
guys. I'm sorry.
No
I'm sorry. I'm
fighter.
sorry.
Guys
I
gonna
am sorry.
fight.
Yeah, he's my brother. Brothers don't fight. We don't fight. But you know what? At times, and it's one thing to fight amongst your family. With anybody else, that's a different situation. So, anyway, we got there's a couple of events coming up. In May. Also, we got the UFC 300. 300. That UFC's been around for a good while. Also, some fight nights coming up, and like I said again, really organizations like PFL don't be like Dana White. Expand on your divisions. You know, don't just cater to the basically the fan base that caters to certain type of women in fighting. Cater to all your fans, guys who like the big girls, guys who like the women who want to fight, guys who love the art of mixed martial arts. But I understand it's about making money. I understand that, so I said that. Um, we got a comment here. I know it's from XA. He's always he says you know it's from my man XA. He says I did appreciate Michelle Bogdan yesterday. Thank you, and she did a little flex for you, so you know you were happy. So man, you suppose hey when you go flex on your head, you got to put away the tissue in the lotion. So you know, but thank you XA for reaching out for me. I enjoy doing this. I don't get to do too much stuff on mixed martial arts. I did talk about a couple of fights coming up. There's a fight came up on I think was Friday. Talk about Rose a little bit. Every now and then I get a chance. I actually I need to get back on my WMA stuff, but I've been focused a lot on the bodybuilding stuff. That's what my channel is mostly about. But I do like to talk about these ladies. I love to interview some ladies in body in mixed martial arts, maybe some lady in boxing, maybe some MMA. I even reach out to ladies in wrestling. You know, but it's about I can't make nobody do what they that I want them to do. They got to do what they need to do. So shout out to you. So, brother,
Before you go, Jones, before you go, Are you gonna watch WrestleMania?
Nah, I ain't got paid. I never watched WrestleMania. I hadn't watched before. Like I said, I don't care. I saw what The Rock did to Cody Rhodes. That's so bad. He's not Hollywood Rock. I
It's
mean,
all part of the plan, George. It's all
yeah,
part of the plan. It's all part of the plan for they're gonna screw Roman. They're gonna screw Roman at WrestleMania.
well, he's been held title too long. Sometimes they just want somebody new. I don't
Well,
know if it's Cody Rhodes.
because I just heard that Cody Rhodes has signed a new contract with the WWE. So
Yeah,
um, I
yeah.
don't know. I don't know. There's so many possibilities that can happen at WrestleMania. Seth Rollins could screw Cody Rhodes. I guess one of the guys gonna cash in. I don't know. There's so many possibilities, but I think the big one is The Rock turning on Roman. You know what I mean? To set up a possibility of them to fight at SummerSlam. That's what I've been hearing. But
And that's supposed to be his family. That's supposed to be his people. Yeah, it's just a lot to the sport. That's why I say I don't really watch as much like I used to. I mean, I watch some stuff like on YouTube or I watch Wow. That's a little more entertaining than what's on WWE and WF. I only watch AEW because I don't really watch cable like that. I see my girl Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and
WrestleMania.
I think also Jay Uso's wife with the fatty, they're supposed to be coming together. Supposed to face those three Asian chicks. I think two Asian chicks, Japanese chicks, whatever. And what's the face? Bailey. Bailey just I don't know. She has a fat ass, but just a face. I mean,
Her Bailey's face looks like a little girl. She has that little
mm,
girl face.
I don't call it a little girl face. It's
Looks like a
it
damn little
just
girl.
it's just she has a nice. I ain't gonna lie to you. She's got a fat ass, like a lot. But for a white girl, you know. But just the face don't really do it for me. You know, uh, you know, you saw that Jordan Grace was she came there when they had the what's the face last month.
She's too
I,
big for me, George.
Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
I like Jordan Grace. I always like before she was big before, but she's more defined. She's been competing in bodybuilding. I was wondering if she's gonna compete and qualify as a pro in the IFBB. But she got her pro qualification. She won a regional show last year. But I think she's focused on her wrestling. She got the title back. Um, you know, she could anytime she wants to. She's ready. She can do stuff like the Nationals, North Americans, USA's. To get her pro qualification. She was a big girl, but she's just more muscle than she was. Like she's thick, but now she's more muscular. You know, you know. Either way, I like both Jordan Grace, the thick Jordan Grace and the muscle Jordan Grace. I'm just versatile when it comes to certain women. Yeah. But like I said again, it's just wrestling to me. With Brock Lesnar. I mean, I think after that whole thing with Vince, is he hiding low?
He's part of that whole thing with Vince McMahon. So I don't know. They've been saying that they might bring him back, but he's part of the problem with Vince McMahon. They can't even say Vince McMahon's name on WWE anymore. They can't even mention his name.
That's sad. He's the man who really made this organization what it is, and you
Yeah, but
know,
but he was doing some. Come on, Joes. We all know that he was doing some dirty shit back in the day, man. We know Vince McMahon. If you want to get a
yeah,
push in the WWE, you gotta have to suck my wee wee. You have to kiss my ass, or I had to, the S word on your face.
yeah. I mean, he's just the devil. I mean, and good thing Triple H what he's doing. He's really, getting WWE in a better place. I mean, he can't wrestle anymore because he has issues with his heart. He said, he probably loves to strip on the laces one
Too
more
much
time and jump
steroids.
in.
Too much steroids.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
catching up
yeah.
to him.
Yeah, but like I said again, a lot of these guys is you're getting older. You can't maintain that level like you used to. Now, I just pulled up this a while ago. You know he has a daughter, Brock Lesnar. Who's her mother? I'm wondering. I don't think it's Sable. I think it's somebody else. And
Stable.
this is Sable.
Yeah.
This girl looks nothing like her mama. She looks like her daddy.
Yeah, I said the exact same thing too.
That like Brock, Sable didn't have that girl. Brock Lesnar spit her out. Look at her.
Brock
She
Lesnar
she
is he's into those old women. Because I
yeah.
heard that they way back in what 2000 to 2003, man. When Brock and Sable were dating. I was like, Brock,
That
man, he's 20.
that
He's
was
like,
probably I
because
think it was
Brock
like
was like
20
23
something,
years old, and like Sable was like what 40 at the
30.
time,
I think it was
30,
like
30.
maybe late 30, early 40, because she wasn't that long before she divorced Mark Merrow, aka Johnny Bad.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so and she's got to be around close to 60 now, and Brock is just a little over 40 now, and this girl got to be a teenager, and and I'm telling you again, the girl looks like Brock. Like he spit this girl out. This is Brock with a wig,
Shut up,
long
George.
hair. He could, you know. I mean, Brock's genetics are strong. She has nothing of her mother. I mean, it's just that his genetics are strong. That girl has nothing of a mother. You know, will we see her in the future in wrestling? You have the Rock's daughter. You got a couple other daughters, and nieces, and you have Natalia Neihart. Third generation. I mean, will we see a Lesnar? You know, I think you can't get Charlotte Flair. I mean, I think more you see more of the next generation of the women of wrestlers, the daughters of wrestlers coming into the sport. I mean, more than the sons. You still got Cody and you got Dustin. You know, he's over at AEW. I wouldn't be surprised. They should have, maybe if where AEW say this, it really falling off. They're really not doing as good with their women's division as they should compared to WWF WE's been doing. But
AEW is trash.
yeah, I think ever since Jade Cargill left, it really kind of fell off. It just, you
They
know,
trash.
yeah. It's coming. Even WCW had probably a weaker women's division than AEW. They barely had none. But
That is the thing. AEW is just WCW 2.0. They
mm,
keep signing people. They keep signing people. And then, like I said, all the other guys that they sign that just get lost. Remember, they
yeah,
signed what's that damn chick's name? The vampire chick. I forgot her fucking name. She was in the WWE, but she looked like a vampire.
you mean Paige?
Yeah. They
Yeah, she
signed
goes by a
her.
new name. She goes by a new name now. She got the new
Yeah,
name.
they
I forget.
signed her, right? Signed
Hmm.
her. They made a big deal out of her, and then you don't hear from her. Same thing, like I
Hmm.
said, they signed what's his name? I forgot the damn girl's name. The sister.
Besides Edge,
Really.
yeah, same Edge. He goes by his real name.
No, not Edge George. What's the sister name? She used to be in the WWE. I forgot her damn name.
Talia Valkyrie. She was with by
Not
another
Tyler
name.
Valkyrie. What's her? She's the cousin of Snoop Dogg.
You mean Sasha Banks, or
Yeah,
goes
there you
by
go.
the name
Yeah.
Manon? They signed her.
They
'Cause
signed her, right? They
I
signed
know
her, right?
she was wrestling over in New Japan, but she got injured. She was out for a while. One time I saw a picture of her. I got it on my computer section. I had a picture of her. I thought she was actually put on the weight. I thought she was pregnant because I know she was married. But she just put on weight because she was out because of her ankle injury. She couldn't wrestle for a while. And she was like on the fence about doing that or going back to New Japan. Or they were trying to get. I think when what's face left Impact, she was thinking about it was her and Bailey was there at her match. You know, and you know, guy, Naomi. When Naomi left, she left Impact. They were there, and I was thinking that possibly she was gonna go back to WWE. But my guess, whatever the issues with WWE, she's not going back. So she's going and she's going to AEW because there's not that many organizations left. Because AEW own ROH now. They use that as their kind of like it's kind of like the uh, you know, it's kind of like uh, how it's like all each now just they're kind of breeding down for the lower level guys who are not big enough for AEW or something or some shit. It's kind of like it's supposed to be kind of like the NXT for AEW, I believe. And Impact.
Like I said,
Well,
AEW is trash. They trash. They're bringing all these dudes, and they still ain't getting the views like the WWE. They're just
yeah,
trash, man. Like I said, they brought in Sasha Banks. They thought that they was going to get the ratings with her. The ratings didn't even move. The views and ratings didn't even move. It's trash. AEW is trash. Like I said, I like it when they started off in the beginning. And like I said, they started signing all these damn wrestlers. And then the company just fall apart, man. That's why I don't think AEW is gonna last long.
like I said, I think with Tony Khan's family got deep pockets. He'll keep trying to you know you know keep it going as long as he can. Till his daddy say, "Hey, son, your allowance is up." So but you know, and it's just like I said, it's like the Western version of Bellator, where you get you're like you remember like Country Roy Nelson and Rampage Jackson and Chael Sonnen and those guys went over there. You got Adam Copeland Edge. Yeah, CM Punk was there for a minute. You got Christian over there. Right now I think Chris Jericho or some shit because he's some sex harassment suit. He was doing something with Paul Wright, aka the Giant. He was over there doing something, some other thing. I mean, it's just like I said, I don't really watch AEW. I watched it a few times when it was to watch Jay Cargill. And other than that, you know, maybe a couple of wrestlers there, and that's about it. It's just like I said, you know, it's the wrestling version of Bellator. That's what it is.
Because I saw that shit, right? I saw that one where I don't know who the dude was, but I guess he's like copying Sting with the face mask. And basically, he went on top of the rope. I mean, at the top of the ladder, and he somersault off the rope, off the top of the ladder onto a pile of glass. I said, man, that shit ain't safe, man. Come on, man. That dude could have got killed, man.
They try to do this
But like
stuff
I
that
said, the AEW will do anything to get ratings, but at the same time, though, they're not even looking out for the safety of their wrestlers. I mean, who would have think of something stupid like that?
that's something you might see in like one of these independent small couple organizations just to get attention. Not like a big organization like AEW, but like I said again, they just trying to get attention. They try to be like something like ECW. That's what they're trying to do. Like try to do like ECW. But that's gone. That's gone. That was around about the good part of the early 2000s and around the 90s. That stuff you can't do anymore now. You can't get away with stuff like That's why one thing is, um, Impact still do like Impact, or it's not Impact anymore. I think it's back to TNA. They do intergender stuff, but rarely you ever see WWE did it for a while when they had China, but they don't do it as much as often. They barely do it anymore. You know, it's just that stuff is popular in the independents, men versus women, but it's not as popular in the big artists because it's probably more family friendly. They talk about the Rock doing all that cursing on that, but it's the Rock. He also is one of the members of the board of the TKO company that owns WWE. But like I said, it's just like I said, I don't really like I said, I do watch wrestling. I mostly watch it on YouTube or I watch like on Sundays I watch Wow because it's kind of entertaining. I think I get more entertaining factors with these smaller organizations than do with the big name ones.
Yeah, I agree, man. Well, my
Yeah.
bro, I'm gonna head out now.
Yeah, I appreciate it, brother, and thank you for coming by. We can do this again in a couple of weeks, and I hope you enjoyed your trip. Maybe you get to go again, and I hope best luck for you.
I'll get to go again when I hit the lottery.
Hey, you're throwing money away and you're just not getting anything. It's funny. You got to think about it. Who wins the lottery? People who already have money. They just play for the hell of it. It's never broke people like you, me, or
Like
you.
I said, if I win it, if I hit the lottery, I'm gonna take care of the people who had my support. So you're gonna get some money, my man. But I have to hit the
I
lottery
appreciate.
first, though.
I
That's
appreciate it,
the hard
brother.
part.
You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate you thinking about me. I do appreciate it. I might put it to and get myself another car because I got this one fixed.
All
So
right, bro. I'm gonna
anyway,
head out, man.
all right,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, brother. Happy Easter.
You too, brother. Happy Easter, and thanks to everybody in the chat that came by.
All righty. And that's been my brother Gucci 23. We appreciate him coming through. Shout out to KL, the Wonder came through. Everybody who did watch this video live stream. If you missed it, you can watch it back later. Support these women mixed martial arts. It's a tough sport. And not everybody can do just what these ladies do. They do deserve the support, and they did just much. They deserve just as much support and respect as the men who compete in this sport. So anyway, folks, I hope you enjoy the rest of your Easter. Say hello and hug the people you love, spend time with family, and know this is a holiday, not just about eggs and candy. It's about a man who sacrificed his life for us. That's the most important. That's the most important thing about Easter, not the commercial stuff, but what God sent His only begotten Son, and He died for our sins. And He rose up. So let's remember that. That's what important about birthdays and Christmas. Christmas and his birth and his death. Those two more important. But we all go to focus on the more commercial part about it. I do like one mind getting like a piece of candy. So they might got like a little chocolate I want like funny I want to eat off of. I take that. I'll take that. I can't even take that anymore because that's Puff Day. Take that. Take that. Puff, oh, man, you're in bad shape, brother. So anyway, this is me, always George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Combat Sports, with my brother Gucci 23. Go check out his channel, check out his stuff. He does gaming like that. Follow him, get him monetized. Because any support you can do for him, I gladly appreciate it. Anyway, thank you, folks. Have a good rest of your Sunday and happy Easter to you all.
See you hours later.
Peace.